sunshine, which will also mean warmer temperatures to come. Warmer and a tad more humid as well. You'll see some of these greens corresponding to the slight increase in humidity, which could be enough for some patchy fog, especially in areas east of I-35 tomorrow, and by Friday even more so. And look at the muggy meter, it stair steps upwards, peaking on Sunday before the cold front takes the humidity away. By the way, tomorrow morning, 40s for lows as opposed to 30s for most locations, seasonably cool, and we'll continue to see really nice, pleasant weather with sunshine mingling with clouds through the day tomorrow. High temperature up to 78 degrees. That is 8 degrees above average for this time of year. So when you step out the door in the morning, a light jacket certainly will come in handy. By midday, already around 70 degrees. Afternoon highs, mid to upper 70s. By Friday, we see more cloud cover, maybe even a little bit of mist and or drizzle. I've got a 10% chance for you. The rain chance is increasing, though, just a little bit more once we reach Sunday with that cold front coming through and dropping temperatures from the 80s into the 60s. As far as rainfall totals, don't get your hopes up for much. Less than 1/10 of an inch west of I-35 to the east, maybe about 1/4 of an inch the way things are shaping up. We will see a cooler week ahead next week. We are on a warm streak, and thus far I haven't heard anyone complaining about it. A far cry from last week's icy and cold weather. We're going to continue with 70s through the end of the week. The heat peaking this weekend. It'll also feel a little on the humid side. Our next cold front comes through Sunday night into Monday morning. At this point, I'm thinking just some passing showers, maybe a stray non-severe storm. Earlier I had thought that we could see lingering showers Tuesday, Wednesday. I no longer think. I think we'll be dry once that front initially moves through. Outside right now, it's quiet. We have a layer of cloud cover overhead, keeping temperatures a little warmer. 62 degrees at this hour after a high earlier of 76 degrees. Even the cold spots are not all that cold. It's 52 currently. Hello. Hope you guys are doing well on a Wednesday night, March 2nd, 2022. I got it scrolling down at the bottom just so you'll be able to see it. Hope everyone's doing great tonight. Temperatures are quite a bit warmer than they were the last couple of nights, mainly because we've got some extra cloud cover in place. I'm Chicago Windler, and welcome to this edition of Chik's Chats. We're actually ahead of midnight, which is a rarity for me. Maybe we can make this a thing, right? So, I think we got some visitors. Here we go. We got Ewok in the house. Right here. How's it going, mister? You having a good day? And then Skippy, I'm sure, is downstairs too. But I don't know if you guys saw my post. Right now, it's the 24 hours of giving for Amplify Austin. And lots of wonderful charities are currently hoping to get matching funds so that they can do great things in our community. So for me, just a little PSA real quick. This guy we rescued last year from the Central Texas SPCA. Well, they did the rescuing. We adopted from the Central Texas SPCA. Hey, Skippy, what's going on here? Let me get Skippy up here, too. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, did I bump your head? That was a mean mommy. So anyway, Skippy and Ewok are both from the Central Texas SPCA, and not only are they hoping to raise $25,000 during the Amplify Austin campaign, which ends at 6 p.m. March 3rd, Thursday, but they also have embarked on a really ambitious capital campaign. I don't know if you guys have ever been out to their building, but it is literally 2 mobile homes kind of fused together up on over at Baghdad Road in Leander. One side is the cat side, one side is the dog side, but they've been raising donations for quite some time, and they have now embarked on actually building a new facility that'll be larger, well planned out, enable them to care for more dogs and cats, place more dogs and cats, rescue more dogs and cats. So not only do they want to raise money for just keeping the shelter going, but also for their capital campaign, and they've got a brand new building that once they have the funds available, they'll be able to break ground and save more animals. So that's a lot of exciting news. And so you got to see the cameo for the boys. Rod, hey, how's it going? Charles, hello to you. Hope you're doing great. Thomas, doing well. Thank you so much for asking. Charles says, Skipper and Ewok. Sally Wood, hi, how you doing? Okay. So this is going to be another really easy peasy, lemon squeezy kind of forecast, because the only big thing to note is that the humidity is going to be on the rise. So for your Thursday, there might be a little bit of patchy fog out towards, say, anywhere from Milam County to Lee County to Fayette County, maybe Bastrop County. And then as we head toward Friday, more areas of fog and low clouds, and maybe even a touch of drizzle will be possible. Temperature-wise, we're going to be in the mid to upper 70s. We hit 76 degrees for Wednesday, so I'm forecasting 78 on Thursday, 77 degrees on Friday. Then as we head toward the upcoming weekend, it's fair game. We see mostly cloudy skies both days, spotty shower opportunities, and temperatures topping out as warm as 83 degrees. Now, while that's not record worthy, it is warm. Chris Bennett, how you doing? That sunset picture, was it sunset or sunrise? Whichever it was beautiful up there in the Pacific Northwest. Thanks for tweeting it my way. All right, a cold front comes through Sunday night into Monday morning, and right now I'm thinking about a 30% chance of seeing some passing showers, maybe a stray storm, not severe. And initially, I was thinking that we would see lingering rain chances that could continue potentially on into Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Now I'm thinking that the big shot of rain will mainly be early in the morning on Monday, and after that, mainly dry. It will be dry, but it'll also be cooler. Not cold though. High temperatures still in the 60s, low temperatures in the 40s. So overall, not too shabby. Chris says sunset. Thanks so much for the clarification. It was a beauty. Any of you guys who want to see that, Chris tweeted it earlier this evening. From lovely Washington State. Look at these highs. We made it to 75 at the airport, 76 at Camp Mabry. I decided, like, not that I'm necessarily the arbiter of all things as far as comfort levels or whatever. I decided today was one of my favorite, like, Goldilocks weather days. Not too hot, not too cold, just right. Not humid. I mean, it kind of hit on all cylinders as far as I was concerned. And for those who like to watch clouds, there were so many beautiful high and mid-level clouds to enjoy as well. Charles says this week has been great. I totally agree. So I hope it doesn't get too hot. I have a hunch that if you're out on Sunday in the afternoon, you may actually say, feeling a little muggy, might be ready for that cold front. And so the cold front will be well timed, moving in and bringing a cooler change, although fortunately not a freezing change. So as we track temperatures for the rest of the night, I gotta tell you, I think I should have revised this forecast. Earlier today, I was thinking that we would drop pretty quickly. We're at 61 degrees right now. I do not think we're going to suddenly fall into the 50s. So these temperatures that I was forecasting earlier are actually running too cold. But if we do see some skies clear by morning, we might make it into the upper 40s, I should say, for lows before things stair step back up into the low 70s. Danny Smith says the day was great. I always love hearing that. Don't like weather complaints, absolutely love weather compliments. So keep them coming and I'll see what I can do about keeping the weather nice. Not that I have any say in it whatsoever. Just for your reference, for comparison's sake, we were above average but below the records. We had 88 degrees on this day back in 1904. All right, those of you who are allergy sufferers, not only do we have cedar, which is of course a winter allergen, but now we've got the spring allergens kind of sprinkling their way in as well. So here we go. Elm, moderate, which is actually higher than the cedar count for a change. Cedar, moderate. Other trees, which I'm not sure which ones those are, but I do know oak is one that typically does get going in March. Hackberry is also one that typically will arrive in March. And then mold count was in the low range. So just know that those spring allergens are going to start to become more prominent, especially with the warmer temperatures, which will kind of help green things up. Oh, also wanted to share with you an update. I don't know how many of you guys have been out to or follow Sweetberry Farms out in Marble Falls, but I saw an update from them that said because of the cold weather last week, this was on their Facebook page, the cold weather last week kind of stunted the growth of the strawberries. And so they said that it'll probably be a couple weeks, but they think maybe by the end of spring break week, it may be strawberry picking time. So yay for that. That's always a fun time of year. The warm streak, the above average temperatures will be continuing on. So here's what to expect for the rest of the week. Warm 70s, becoming a little more humid. This weekend will just stay humid. Heat peaking in the 80s. The next cold front coming through Sunday night, and then those passing showers possible early on Monday. Currently outside right now, Frostbank Tower on the right-hand side of your screen. It is, we're only down to 60 degrees. So typically the midnight temperatures come in about 5 minutes prior to. So 11:55 temperature, 60. If you recall that graphic I showed you, I had you down in the mid-50s. Nope, not so much because the cloud cover is keeping us a little bit warmer. So Here's a look at the temperatures. Even the cold spots are around 50 degrees. That's out in Llano. Fredericksburg coming in at 51. Now, I will say there's less cloud cover to the west. It's not as thick, and more cloud cover to the east. So the warmer temperatures will be where the clouds are thickest. Trying to decide, does this look like an egg over easy with like 2 yolks? I'm just wondering as far as my little doodle is concerned. Okay, so you can see the back edge of those clouds trying to nudge their way off to the east, and so eventually temperatures will cool a little bit as the clouds move off to the east. Meantime, high pressure, which is in control over much of our region, has moved over Louisiana, and we've got southerly winds, which are going to keep us a little warmer as well through the coming days. And eventually those southerly winds will bring in warmer and more humid air. Charles says strawberries, yummy. I know, there's nothing like a juicy strawberry. Oh, right out of the patch. I love it. Okay, so you'll already notice the dew points are starting to edge up down through Brownsville and along the coast. And eventually that muggier air will work its way inland toward the Austin area. So here is a graphic I haven't used in a while because we haven't needed it, the muggy meter. Dry air for one more day on Thursday, but then not quite as comfortable, a little more humid, and by Sunday we'll just call it humid. So we are going to be noticeably muggier in the days to come. Also worth noting, there will be the possibility of some patchy fog, especially out east. This is a look at our future visibility. Doesn't look too bad, but those of you in, say, Giddings and Round Top and Schulenburg and LaGrange, you may have a touch of fog to start off your Thursday morning, and then more areas will probably have fog as we start off Friday morning, so just a heads up for you. Meantime, low temperatures, assuming that the clouds clear out a bit, only falling into the 40s area-wide with the patchy clouds and the light southerly winds. Hour by hour forecast as we work our way through your Thursday. How about this? 78 degrees, 78 and feeling great. Taking it hour by hour, first thing in the morning, 40s with actually a bit of a southwesterly breeze to start off. It'll be pretty light at about 5 miles per hour. As we head toward lunchtime, winds shift to the south about 5 to 10, right around 71 degrees. And then by afternoon, patchy cloud cover, winds then out of the southeast, which is what's going to kind of bring in the extra humidity, and a temperature right around 78 in Austin, 77 in Llano, and 77 in LaGrange. Fast forward to Friday. Friday, I actually think we're going to see more fog potentially in the morning, a lot of cloud cover, and say it ain't so, maybe a little bit of patchy drizzle as well. I don't know if Renee is watching tonight, but we have this little inside joke, Renee Hinojosa and I, where he's in on it. Some of you are in on it as well. Way back when, I can't remember, it's been years now, when I would talk about the potential of seeing patchy fog, mist, and or drizzle, I would say on the air, yeah, there could be some mist or drizzle and, developing with the foggy conditions. And I had a viewer who was very adamant. I said, I can't believe you're calling it Mr. Drizzle. What's going to be next? Mrs. Sunshine? And so it's kind of one of those silly little inside jokes that I carry with me from here on out. So every time we have a setup like this, I'm always like, Mr. Drizzle, wink, wink, smile, smile. So anyway, boys, are you back? Back to come say hi again? Skippy, you want to hop up? Oh, you just ran outside. Did you get a TREAT? Yeah? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got the skipster. Good boy. I can tell you went outside. You smell stinky. I know. By the way, breaking news. We have confirmed grooming appointments for these boys. They're getting kind of shaggy. So, but let's see, not this Friday, but the following Friday. They are getting groomed, and I can't wait. It'll be good. So anyway, there may be a touch of mist or drizzle to start off your Friday, and then after that, sunshine rolls back in and temperatures warm back up. High temperatures peaking on Sunday at 83 degrees before a cold front rolls through, behind which cold front we could see a couple of showers, and then cooler temperatures into the upper 60s. So as far as rainfall totals, don't get too excited. Only about a tenth to a quarter of an inch for areas mainly east of I-35 generally. Here's a look at 2 different computer models, and this has been pretty consistent the last couple of days, where the GFS computer model, the one on the left-hand side, has been a little bit lighter on rainfall, 1/10 of an inch or so. The European computer model has been a little bit heavier, but if you recall when we looked at this yesterday, it was showing some spots like Austin and on toward Milam County with a 1/2 an inch or more of rain. That is no longer the case. In general, we're probably looking at most locations at 1/3 of an inch or less of rainfall through the next 7 days. Charles says they came back to see Mrs. Sunshine. You got it. My sunny disposition. Although occasionally I do have my moments. I'll definitely grant you that. Okay, let me work back through time so we can kind of show you the timeline of potential for a few showers and then that front pushing through as well. So here's Saturday about lunchtime. We've got patchy cloud cover in place. And then late on Saturday, I've only got a 10% chance of maybe a spotty shower developing. Doesn't look like much. And then as we head towards Sunday, another day where we could see some spotty showers, mainly drizzle kind of stuff in the morning, and then we await the cold front, which will be waiting in the wings for the afternoon. So the front itself on Sunday morning will be all the way up here, and then as we work our way through Sunday afternoon, the front's going to kind of work its way along with a dry line closer to our area. So here we go. Whoops, let me draw it in here properly. Here we go with the front pushing in overnight Sunday into early Monday. You may notice up in the panhandle, you are not surprised. You shouldn't be surprised. That is indeed snow, but it's not coming to us. And then as for potential for any storms, the area most likely to see anything strong or severe is going to be Sunday night into Monday right here over northeast Texas, Arkansas, and southeast sections of Oklahoma. So then the front rolls through, and as I mentioned earlier, originally I thought that there would be some additional rain that would maybe run up and over that front and bring us rain showers on the rest of Monday. That no longer looks to be the case. But we are going to see a pretty brisk north wind develop, so that'll be cooler for your temperatures by Monday afternoon. I've got you at 69 degrees for an afternoon high. Now let's look ahead to Tuesday, and with Tuesday, much as what I had said, regarding eventual showers, the front is going to be well down to our south into the Gulf, and I no longer expect any additional rain, so we'll see patchy cloud cover around, but otherwise it's looking relatively dry and not too bad. But that'll be the coolest day of the upcoming week, about 62 degrees. And then as we head toward Wednesday of next week, we start to see developing sunshine again, so we'll see more sunshine by the afternoon. Worth noting, one computer model, Beth, says no rain on the weekends. If only we could plan it out exactly like that every time. So one thing to note, and it's not going to be something that you see here shown, but one of the computer models is suggesting as we look ahead toward Thursday, and by the way, you may also see by Thursday more snow up to the north. So there may be a front that comes through our area on Friday, March 11th. So that would basically be this system up here that kind of comes in and moves in on Friday the 11th for us. So one computer model, it doesn't show any wintry weather, don't worry about that, but it does show close to freezing in Austin and likely freezing temperatures through many outlying areas for March 13th, which is Sunday, which so happens to be daylight saving time when we bring forward our clocks an hour, and also March 14th. So the mornings of March 13th and March 14th, don't be shocked if we have some freezing temperatures. So moral of the story is, if you're tempted to plant stuff now, hold off for another week just to be sure, because we may yet see one more freeze, or maybe two, especially in areas outside the city. All right, so temperature-wise, as we look ahead to spring break week, yeah, big area of cooler than average weather, including Austin, and that is taking you through March 11th through the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. And then as far as the precipitation chances during that same time frame, right now it's looking as though we'll be generally in the drier side of things. So, I mean, let's face it, that's not too bad of an equation. Cold is fine as long as it's not accompanied by moisture, because then you have to worry about ice and all that other stuff that we don't want to mess with. So potentially colder, but not necessarily dealing with wintry weather, which I think is okay. Beth says, that's cray cray. Yep, I agree. And so that takes us back around to the 7-day forecast, which I don't know about you, even the cold, with highs in the 60s is nothing compared to what we dealt with a week ago where we had highs only in the 30s. So I think we got this. We've got this. It's good. No complaints whatsoever. All right, you guys are all caught up. Thanks as always for checking in. Avery Tomasca will have your latest forecast update mañana. They start at 4:30 in the morning. We did pretty well time-wise. It's 12:05. We haven't done it this efficiently in quite some time. What's gotten into me? All right, those of you who are checking in from YouTube, thank you as always for checking in.